Hey, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, M.I.A. Yeah. That's my far as my co-host.
It's your boy Mike. You gotta do it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I follow back.
Of course, to my left is my other co-host.
It's your boy Know That Can More People tune the fuck in. Let's get it.
And ladies and gentlemen, today we have a returning guest, the author of Ready, Set, Never. And we have Wid in the building. Wid, I'll let you introduce yourself, Wid. It's a pleasure having you by. Let people know who you are and what you do.
Thanks, guys. I am back. My name is Widley Oge, known as Dark Skin Beauty. I am the author of Ready, Set, Never. And also a model.
Also a model. Should I just figure that? Also a model. And I like that, man. I like that you're hitting like different realms as far as your talents are concerned. You know, so you're not letting nothing hold you back. You know, so you're not just doing one thing. You out here hustling.
The sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit.
True.
And with like my question for you, as far as like your book's concerned, like what pushed you, what drove you to try a different adventure as far as an author and writing a book is concerned?
Honestly, at first, it was about the money because Jax the Messenger, that is also an author, he was talking to me about how his books that he wrote years ago, he's still getting paid from. So I'm like, I need another way to get paid from something while I'm not doing nothing at home. So then I started to write, and then while writing, I'm like, dang, do I really want people to know all of this? Should I? But then more inspiration came when I thought, like, someone might need this. Someone might need to read this because they're probably going through it, and now they're going to see how I went through it, and that's possibly going to help them.
Exactly, and that's what it takes. Like it's testimonies, you know. And like I don't want nobody to like hold anything back. I would like for you to like express yourself, and that had to be something hard for you to deal with because you know like actually being real and like laying yourself, you know, open to the world. That is tough.
It is tough.
And like, how do you express yourself in this book?
I said a whole lot. I said everything. I said things that people would be shocked about. Even my own siblings, when they read it, they was like, wait, I never knew you felt like that. Like, you didn't tell us, you didn't let us know. And it's like, yeah, I know, because I didn't ask. But it's how I felt on the inside, and I just want to let people know.
Exactly. And tell me exactly what your book is about. Let our fans and viewers listen.
Okay, so my book is about me, life with my dad, basically. Like, how we would have fun, or how he played a mom and a dad. And also at the ending, it's about life after him and how things were the moment he passed away from even now dealing with love, since that's what I'm used to with him, because that's where, like, he raised me on love. Like, all I know is love when it comes from a man. So like dealing with love is like I know how I should be treated.
So your father was the example.
A great example.
A great example of whom you would like to be with one day, and because of the way he raised you and whatnot.
Definitely.
And that's dope. But my thing is, how tough was it to sit down and write this book, knowing that you was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, a sad situation with passing of your father?
It was tough, only because I thought about, like, do I want people to see me in a vulnerable state? Like, do I want them to see my weaknesses? Do I want people to know my weaknesses? 'Cause I'm the type, I don't like people to know what makes me weak. Because I feel like, I don't know, the cancer in me feel like the world is out to get me. So if someone know my weakness, that's what they're going to use it against me. But it takes a type of strength to know, like, okay, I'm letting you guys in. Like, there's no way somebody could use against me that, oh, I would hear things or whatever and feel like there's a spirit with me. Like, no one could play me like that and try to scare me like a ghost or whatever the case is. So yeah, I just put it all out there.
You know, with that, the fact that you say that, I always feel like if you are willing to express a certain aspect of your life, or you know, willing to let that secret go, it's like whether someone uses it against you or not, it's like you already accepted that. Yeah. So it's like
I felt a sense of freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
So when you're real with the whole situation, it's like you don't give your enemy nothing to talk about. You don't give your enemy
Exactly.
that
It's
power.
already out in the public.
Exactly.
The whole world knows
Exactly. It's
Exactly.
like I already don't like being sensitive. I don't like looking like I'm sensitive. So if I am sensitive in this book, it's like, okay, you can't use it against me. I told you this. If I didn't tell you this, you wouldn't even know that I break down like that.
I always say it's that 8 Mile scene, right? When Eminem at the end, he start rapping. He said, yeah, I know I'm a dirty white boy. I know I live in the trailer trash. I know I live with my mom. What you gonna say about me? He rapped up, gave him the mic. What you gonna say? Had nothing. It's like, what you...
Speechless.
Exactly. Because you laid it out on the table. You put it out there. You was real enough to be yourself and be real. That's why I love Rick, because like it's 100. You know, it's not sugarcoated or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like we put it out there on the line, and it's like, yo, you rather accept it or you don't.
Yeah.
My thing is, you can always block me. You can always block his stupid ass, and I can disappear. You know?
Yeah, because you be saying some wild stuff.
I love me though. Like, I love me more than myself.
And you could also see it's like, you know, like for me, you know, knowing the type of person I am, I'm open with people not to, like, and I put this on my Twitter. I said I'm open to people not because I'm looking for answers or looking for advice. I'm open because I want to see if like the shit that I'm telling you, you're gonna use it against me. And 9 times out of 10, I'm always right, because like people are always looking for that shit, that your weakness, and they want to use it against you. But once you've accepted it, it's like,
yeah,
like I know where I'm at.
There's nothing that can stop me.
So you put it all on the line, you put it on the table, and like vulnerability is one thing like a lot of individuals really respect, because it's hard for us to admit that emotion out there. It's hard for us to even like be real. You know what I'm saying?
Men especially.
That's it for me. But it is. It's like for you to do that and express yourself. That's what we want. Cause it's like people look for not hope, but they look for similarity. They look for
someone they can relate to
and whatnot.
Or they're looking for answers for their problems.
Yes. And my thing is like, people always say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I say, yo, I swear to God, there's a book out there where you read and you find out like somebody figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud. I'm not only that I'm proud that you took that leap of faith of allowing America into your household, into your life, your realm. It's like with the criticism and whatnot, you have to take those in as well.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it takes a lot to be an author. First, another question I want to ask: how long was this process of actually getting this book published, written, and everything?
I thought about it January 3rd. January 3rd, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. But then I sat on it until like January 7th. January 7th, I actually
talking about 19 or 20?
This year, 20. Yes.
Okay.
So January 3rd, I thought about it. I'm like, that's a good idea, but I am kind of lazy though. But then I said 2020, whatever I think about doing, I need to make sure I do it. Because I'm more of a, I'm going to do it, and I don't do it.
You're
so
procrastinating.
so I'm like, this year, I'm going to do everything that I put my mind into. So January 7th, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing nothing. I don't have homework to do. Let me start writing. And I just kept writing. And I took a break for a few weeks, but I would write here and there. And then I want to say even like less than 30 days before the book was supposed to come out, I made edits again.
I got you.
Yeah, I made edits again where I felt like, you know what, let me give some more. Because I feel like in certain parts I was too reserved, and this might help somebody. Someone needs this, so I need to put in more.
Real, yes, more.
Like they're paying for this. I want them to feel like, yo, this was worth it. I got to know her. Because when people see me on social media, they don't get to see my personality. They don't get to see what I'm going through when it's not a photo shoot. So I wanted to give them all of that.
That's amazing. Another thing with writing a book, which I've noticed, is it's a play come after. Do you see yourself turning this book into a play and eventually into a film?
Honestly, I don't think I want to relive that.
Well, how so?
I don't want to relive that. Like everything that's in the book,
yes,
I would have to be there. I would have to be like an executive producer or something. I don't think I want to relive those moments. Because I'm still sensitive, even though I seem tough, but I'm still sensitive. I don't think I want to re-see, like, oh, when he passed away, when I got that phone call. I don't think I want to see someone else acting in. It's going to be hard to keep my composure, so I don't know if I want to.
That's one thing, like that's why I'm like, damn, wasn't it hard, like, to keep your composure writing it? Like, I'm thinking, like, you writing it, like, tears is just falling down.
I'm not that emotional, but when I had to think about all those memories, it was just like, dang, like, this is a lot of memories that I just suppressed inside of me. And I don't know, just writing, it was like, my heart felt heavy. That's it.
So when you say your siblings like read the book and there was like there's new things they found out about yourself, like like walk us through that. Like as far as like what was new and like how shocking was it to them?
Okay, so one of my sisters, she told me that she cried, but she's a crier. And she was like, you never told me that, that you sometimes lock yourself in a room and you cry in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't ever say anything. I was never that child to be like, oh, I'm feeling mad today. You just see me upset. Or I would just want to stay to myself. So she was like, and now it's like she's been calling me ever since, like every day checking up on me. I'm like, bro, it's too late. Like, you're like 9 years too late, but it's okay. I'm good. Like, even though I will never get over it, but all those phases that I've been through with the dark moments, I'm over that sometimes. Just a little bit.
But rather late than never, though. It puts her.
For me, I'm like a too late person. It's like, all right, it's too late. You should have been. I was the baby, so I felt like as an older sibling, it's your duty to check on your younger ones and make sure they're good, especially if you don't live in the house anymore. And going through something like that, like you have to be there for them. And I feel like no one wasn't.
I was just about to do that. But another thing, as far as like the book is concerned, what's your next adventures? Because we're going through the motion with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
We it's like if we go through the motion with you right now, what's the next step? Do you like the 180 where it's like more so happy, or do we get more so of your lively story?
I'm thinking about giving a more lively story. More about just what goes on in my life. Since that's what like people want to know, because I don't really say nothing. I don't say how I feel. I just, hang out. I'm one of those friends that stay quiet, but when it's time to laugh, have fun, I do that. But no one knows how I really feel.
As far as marketing is concerned, do you feel as if you were to express yourself more so on Instagram, on social media, of such character, of being live and everything, do you feel as if, the sales would be more? Because in the beginning you said that was one of your main reason and purpose.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I don't think if I on a daily gave my true self or how I really am, I don't think people would look forward to wanting to read it in a book. It's like, oh, she already get that on Instagram, YouTube. Why we need to go and purchase it?
So he's saying if Megan Stallion opened up an OnlyFans, nobody go buy it because we already see it.
Oh, no. We want to see how she be, hopping on it, doing all that. We want to see that.
Exactly.
Now, if she already gave it to us on the gram, like, why do I need to go buy it? I see her.
Tease us. That's all. Because you are as far as like your work ethics is concerned, you grind, you know what I'm saying? We see it daily, you know what I'm saying? And she's always on time to every meeting. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like more people need to, I feel as if more people want to, as an artist, as an entertainer, they just want to see your life, like your livelihood, just to see, you know what I'm saying, like what you do, just to be a part of your life.
Yeah.
And that's all.
My Snapchat and YouTube give a little bit of that.
You got Snapchat?
Yeah, I do.
Why you didn't tell me?
Even though my last one got deleted, but I have a new one.
I love Snapchat. Look, it's a secret. That's why I love it.
Yeah, my Snapchat shows the real me. My Snapchat, my Instagram story.
I said the same thing. My Snapchat and my Instagram story shows. My Snapchat shows me.
Yeah, it's an uncensored.
Uncensored. I be taking the shit. What's up, y'all? Just taking the shit. Living. What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Might sling that meat one through. Oh my God, this is my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Snapchat.
I be looking busted. Nobody's gonna be like, yeah. Nobody's gonna share it.
Yeah, Snapchat is my community of friends. Okay, I agree with you. So as far as like marketing your project, will we be seeing a book release where, you know what I'm saying, one day you're at the library reading your book to a certain crowd of individuals, or a book signing, you know what I'm saying?
A book signing, I hope so. Maybe a book tour, that would be lit.
That's amazing.
A book tour, yes, definitely. I see myself doing that. It's funny that you say that, because I just watched Becoming on Netflix from Michelle Obama, and she did a whole book tour, and she spoke to different women, and they spoke about their life, and I'm like, dog, I want to do that. I definitely want to do that.
Get inspired, man. On top of that, like don't even don't even stop right there. You know what I'm saying? Like merch.
Definitely. I was thinking about putting my book cover on the shirt.
Yeah, but of course, Jack's gonna want 25%.
Stupid.
Okay, all right, Win, listen, I don't want to hold you up, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's been a pleasure having you on.
Thanks, man.
One thing I want you to tell our fans and our viewers and our listeners is exactly everything is going on with you. But it was April
27th is when it came out on my dad's birthday.
All right, pause. You know what? Do your thing. Talk about your book. Let everybody know.
All right. So, like I said, my book is about me and my dad, our journey, love, happiness, having fun together, and even there's funny moments and things like that with me and my mom and people that will talk crap about me. And you can find it on all social media platforms, Amazon, Google, what else? It's everywhere, actually, everywhere. iBook, Kindle, it's on 100 platforms. I can't name all 100, but it's there. You could just type it up on Google, Ready, Set, Never, Ellipses, and you'll see my name, Widley Oge.
Widley Oge, ladies and gentlemen, in the building. But another thing I want to say, I hope, ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't get upset or anything like that. But we are in a coronavirus quarantine pandemic moment, and we got her nails done. Ask her where she get this shit from.
And my hair.
And oh my God! And my hair. I got it fixed. I know. You bitches don't know where to go.
And my toes. They dying for the toes right now. Yo.
Yes.
They see me posted on my story, they screaming. They like, where you got?
You gorgeous. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your man. Got my 305. It's been a pleasure rocking with y'all. And of course, to my far right is my co-host.
Follow my Instagram and Twitter. Thank you, Rich, for joining us.
And to my left, my co-host.
It's your boy, no lacking more people tune the fuck in. Let's get it.
And our special guest, returning guest, Miss Model Now, new title, Arthur, dark
Soon to be bestseller.
Soon to be bestseller with
Widley Oge.
Yeah, have a good night, like I always say. Drive safe, stay tuned for the next segment. Yeah.